Congratulations, Mr. Bounds.
Thank you, sir.
Before I ask a couple questions, I'd like to address some of the falsehoods that have been said about the blue slip policy. First, it is completely false that this chairman has done away with the blue slip courtesy. My blue slip policy is the same as all but two of my predecessors, like Ted Kennedy, Joe Biden, and Orrin Hatch. I will hold hearings for circuit court nominees without two positive blue slips if the White House is consulted with home state senators, and that consultation's very important, and I always get it documented. Chairman Leahy had his policy, which is fine. He required two positive blue slips before holding a hearing, but his policy was different than 16 other chairmen over the last 101 years. It is my policy, not Chairman Leahy's policy, that is in line with historical precedent. I encourage my colleagues to take a look at the Washington Post fact checker dated February 21, 2018. The same arguments that we're hearing yesterday and today were given two Pinocchios by the fact checkers for being false, yet my colleagues keep repeating these falsehoods. Second, it's been said that we've never held a confirmation hearing for a nominee without at least one positive blue slip. That's demonstrably false. For example, we held 5 such hearings under Chairman Hatch for nominees to the 6th and the 9th Circuit. Third, it has been said that by some colleagues that we haven't confirmed a nominee without a home state senator's support for nearly 30 years. What these colleagues don't mention is that the way senators used to block nominees that they opposed was through the filibuster of 60 votes on the United States Senate floor. It happens that my Democratic colleagues abolished the filibuster in 2013 to pack the D.C. Circuit with liberal judges. Leading this effort was Senator Merkley, who argued that 41 senators shouldn't be able to block a Senate majority from confirming judges. Now, that single senator asked for the right to block a nominee he opposes from even getting a hearing before this committee. When back in 2013, they opposed the elimination of the 60-vote requirement, I told my Democratic colleagues at that time they would regret abolishing the filibuster. Today, they do. With respect to the nomination of Mr. Bounds before us, I was satisfied that the White House consulted with the Oregon senators, considered their preferred nominee, and gave senators time to establish their judicial selection committee. In contrast, it appears these senators never even extended the courtesy of a meeting to our nominee before us. The White House acted in good faith, but the senators appear not to have reciprocated. I understand that there is some objection to writings, as we just heard in the Q&A. Well, that is why we have such a hearing as we have today, so senators can go through those writings or any other questions. If the Oregon senators considered these writings so critical to their evaluation process, they should have advised Mr. Bounds, our nominee before us, that he need not disclose them to their selection committee. I have time maybe just for one question, and then I'll submit the other question for answer in writing. You're nominated to a seat on the 9th Circuit vacated by Judge O'Scanlan. You are one of the judge's former clerks. What did you learn from Judge O'Scanlan about the qualities that make a good judge that you would hope to bring to the bench if you're confirmed?